Good evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Shweta. She's Ginny, and we are from Guinea's Planet. And welcome to the third conversation on what Guinea reads. Hi, Poulomi.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
So, Poulomi, tell us, we are very excited to know which book are you recommending this time for Guinea and for all other children.
Okay, I think for most of the people who are already tired of seeing me on Guinea's Planet, if at all, without much wasting time, I think here the main substance is not me but the book. Uh, so this time it's one of our favorite books once again, and a very recent one called Sumi Budhi and Sugi. Um, Something very interesting about this book is it's written by, if most of us have already heard about Hansda Sowvendra Shekhar. He is the first Adivasi writer who also wrote this book called Adivasis Can't Dance, and many others, right? And the illustration is brilliant by Joanna Mendes. See, she has used something which we call it as a lino cut. It's almost you make grooves on linoleum, you make, and then you almost like a printing technology by Pratham books. Um and it's also available. Interestingly, this is the book which is also available to read on Pratham Story Weaver in multiple languages, including Hindi. So I think it will be easier for all of you today to go and catch hold of the book. So this is the
Great.
book.
Yeah, thank you, Poulomi. So, now tell us, why are you recommending this book this time?
Okay. So, Shweta, if you look at it, what does the cover page of the book, tell you? What are the characters that it's showing?
So I see a duck and a
Hmm.
woman carrying a bucket. I mean, that's what I see from here. And trees.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that's it. This is basically based out of Jharkhand, and this duck is called Sugi, and this lady is Sumi Budhi. The interesting part is that this is a book, a very simple story of peaceful coexistence where Sugi is as much a family member in their household. And this is a very interesting, I mean, this particular illustration is something which we like, because when Sumi Budi goes to buy soap to clean her clothes, Sugi also goes, and the shopkeeper there in their village also knows that Sugi will come. So there is no special treatment of a pet or an animal. I think it seeps in as easily like how Sumi and her husband stays, so does Bhutu, which is their cat, and Sugi. And it's an interplay that one day how life unfolds in this simple household between these four characters. All of them are equally important to each other. I think it's more a story of understanding the simple. I mean, I don't want to sound tribal life to be esoteric, but also to make people understand that it's not about petting an animal. It's as simple a part of the ecosystem as it can be, as you and me are in a house.
Right, right. And so, can you tell us what has been the experience of reading it with your daughter? And also, if you can read maybe one or two things from it.
Yes. So I think, okay, one thing is very important. I think children like onomatopoeia. So if you see most of the books, there are these sounds like quack, quack, swish, swish. And that is how the broom, the angan gets, mopped and swiped, and Bhutu is a naughty cat who goes for fish. So children love animals. And when they see the animals and the human beings interacting with each other, uh, as equals, though as equals is a very adult interpretation of it, but I understand children look at it like, everybody is a part of every other thing. I think they were just laughing, and I read it not only to my daughter but few of her friends, and I think they just loved to see how Bhutu and Sugi, they fight with each other, but then Sugi also goes and with her beak pecks Bhutu and says that, okay, you are not hurt now, because Bhutu is a naughty cat who wants to steal fish. It's very, very nice. This time I think I will not read it. I want to show something here, a very interesting illustration in this okay, in this piece is this one, the last page. I think it's visible.
Yeah, yeah. We can see it's meal time, I think, and
Yes,
everybody's eating along with, yeah, all everybody
exactly.
together.
And when the when the meal was prepared, it was thought that which part will go to whom. So the fish bones will go to Bhutu, the leaves will go to Sugi, and the meal is prepared by Muso Hadam, who is, you know, who is the husband of the house, and it is done in a very nonchalant way that ha aise to hota hi hai, like yeah, she goes, she rests, she combs her hair, and he is the one who is cooking and asking everyone to come and join for. I think this is the part we really liked, and also tried to discuss that who does what kind of work in a household. Um, and and that's it.
That's great, Paulomi. And thank you for bringing this book to us.
Mm.
This one, as I understand, it has multiple layers to it. So I look forward to Guinea and other children reading it. Uh,
And
yeah.
once again, it's easily available on Pratham Story Weaver in multiple languages. So just go. And it's also nice. Suddenly you find someone greeting Johar. So I think that's also children say that nobody's saying hi and good morning. So everyone in the village is meeting each other and saying Johar, which people from the Eastern India, from Jharkhand, we know that that's how people greet each other. So I think it's also introduction, as you rightly said, multi-layered introduction to a different culture, understanding an ecosystem of a community, and how everybody can be equal in some sort of way.
Great, great. Thank you, Paulomi. Thank you, audience, for being with us, and see you next Tuesday with another book and another conversation. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Happy reading.